Hello and welcome back to the channel, and today we have more to cover on the after effects of Lot Above so far since the album released. I already did a video on Nick Cannon having a mental breakdown on air, and if you missed that, click the link that pops up now, and we have more updates on the story today, including a major LSM player attempting to spin the narrative, which I'll cover later on, but first we focus on Unique, his reaction so far. Unique has been scrambling on Instagram since Lot Above dropped, and he's dedicated I believe 7 posts already trying to save face, and the latest hints that Nick Cannon is in the process of recruiting a team to come up with lyrics for a possible response to Eminem on a track. But I was just wondering who qualifies as the quote-unquote y'all asked for it. So have you wondered why Nick is so pressed by the track that he has to rely on grandpa jokes as a comeback? Well, the reason is simple, and I'll break it down to bits here. First of all, based on the fact that everything Eminem said on the track was the truth about Nick's relationship with Mariah, it's not hard to see why Nick is going above and beyond to save face. So many truth bombs, and Eminem was just telling it as it is, no exaggerations. I pinned this comment under the previous video that showed Nick's breakdown, and this is everything you need to know about the situation. When Nick got with Mariah, he inherited the beef since he wanted to prove to her that he's the man, that she can rely on him to fight her battles. The classic white knight, or in this case black knight. But as the relationship ended the way it did, it meant an automatic win for Eminem, since Eminem has said beforehand that she's a nut job and Nick had to learn the hard way. But since Nick is whipped, neutered, despite how their relationship ended, he's still trying to prove to Mariah that he's the man to this day, with the hopes that if he does this long enough, she'll take him back. And now Eminem just made him to reflect on his life decisions with the verse on this track. He just got a wake-up call that he got played, and all this time he's been stuck in the denial stage of grief, since all he's had to say about Mariah since they parted ways have been positive. But when Eminem says on the track that he tried to warn Nick that Mariah was a nut job beforehand, that set things in motion, and now Nick can move on to the other stages of grief. It might take a while, but finally he'll accept that she used him as a donor, and he'll have Eminem to thank for that in the future. Imagine the horror if Eminem probably hit it more times than Nick managed in his marriage to Mariah. That is bound to cause a mental breakdown. Before we move on to the latest in LSM spin, remember to hit the like button if you enjoy content like this, and if you're new, also hit the subscribe button and turn on notifications. So BuzzFeed decided to publish this piece about the song, Eminem, it's really time to leave Mariah Carey alone. Now this whole article, even by high school journalism standards, is atrocious because zero research was put into it, and the summary of the article is Eminem bad bully, Mariah's successful angel. The writer goes back in time to dig up Eminem lyrics from the past, but still didn't have enough time to find out that Nick Cannon has been the one bringing it up and not Eminem. But as usual, Eminem is forever the bad guy. Towards the end of the article, the writer begins to list Mariah Carey's achievements in music to make it seem like she is some giant in the music industry compared to the ant Eminem. So brace yourselves for the cringe coming your way while I quote sections from the article. She's also a mother, layoff. Here she is with her kids as she receives a Guinness World Record for All I Want for Christmas Is You. Oh yeah, she's also poised to earn her 19th #1 this year, which is difficult. Not everybody has that to their credit. The worst is yet to come. So next time, just keep her name out of your mouth. We get you're obsessed, but she doesn't have time for it, and everyone's a little tired of it. Clearly, the writer didn't think this through before publishing the article, and the reception it's gotten from readers says it all. Just to clear things up, Eminem has more Guinness records and has surpassed Mariah in global album sales, and has also sold more songs than Mariah. The fact that Mariah makes radio-friendly music and Eminem doesn't even makes this more impressive. But the writer didn't have time to research anything that paints Eminem in a positive light. But are you surprised? We have come to expect this kind of quality from the LSM, so it's nothing new. This user under the article states, LOL, they're trying to tell us Mariah is more successful. Is that what's going on at the end there? Yeah, why don't you try again when she surpasses 4th most diamond awarded artist of all time? He's got nearly 4 times more Guinness records, so don't bother with that either. What a stupid article. If you would bother to include more information, it would be clear that he's actually going after Nick Cannon. Another reader states, a good journalist would have known that prior to the song's release, Nick Cannon was a guest on T.I.'s podcast Expeditiously in 2019, where he talked about wanting to prove his manhood to Mariah in part by challenging Eminem to a physical fight. This is gold. 4 years of college to write stuff like this. So leave your thoughts below, like and subscribe if you haven't, and see you on the next one.